Okay, good day class. I'm Johnson and I will be your instructor for today. And today we'll be talking about ebook design. So you're going to design the cover of the ebook. Now, first thing first, you have to open a new document. When you open a new document, it takes you to a blank page where you can start your design. So click on new document. Now, you can use your OK and it takes you to a blank document where you can do whatever thing you want to do on your screen. Now, first things first, your paper size should be in A4. Now, paper size should be in A4. That's just clicking on it, it shows you A4. Then you should change your measurement unit, the drawing unit to inches. Just click on it, it brings different drop down options. Click on it, it shows you inches. Now, you're good to go in that place. So next thing you want to do is you want to get the exact size of an A4 paper. You don't want to draw a box or draw anything. Just double click on the rectangular tool twice. Double click on it. It shows you your rectangular shape coming out from an A4 paper directly fits to the page. You can try that again. You can double click on your rectangle two times. It brings out what you need. Then fill in the rectangle with white. Come to your color selection and select white with your left click. Left click and select white. Okay, now I'll be bringing in a PNG image to work on our design and the image will be ready at the end of the class. So I'll just go to my desktop. I'm going to my desktop now. You can just click on your own desktop also. So this is the color I need. This is the PNG I need. Just click on it and press Ctrl C. That's for copy. Then move back to your Corel Draw. You can see your Corel Draw in the list. There it is. Then Ctrl V, or probably you can right click on an empty space and press paste. Either of the two, but I prefer using shortcuts most of the time. So just press Ctrl plus V on your keyboard. It brings out what you need. So this is the PNG image we'll be using for our design. Now we are going to make a pretty simple design, nothing too much there, just to make sure we understand what an ebook design cover is. Okay, so first thing we are going to power clip this our PNG image into our box. This is our box which we made with the rectangular tool. So just press P back on your keyboard, it brings your rectangular tool exactly to the middle of your page. So let's click on your PNG image. Then with the help of your right click, move the PNG image into your box. Now it brings different options. Do that again. Left click on it. Then with your right click, move it inside. Immediately you right click, it brings a new option. Immediately you draw it. You can see that it brings something new, and when you get to where you want to power clip it, it changes to something like a target, a circular target. So just drop it in and press power clip inside. Now the PNG image is inside our box. You can see that it moves together wherever it is going also. So you can just press P back on your keyboard to bring it to the center of the page. Now let's access our power clip. Right click on your box. That's right click. It shows different drop down options. Then click on edit power clip. Edit power clip. So the next thing we need to do is click on our PNG, move it down with your left click. Just select it with your left click and move down with your mouse. Okay, we are done with that. So next thing we want to flip over. I want to flip our image or probably rotate it to something we like. Okay, so this is the mirror vertically that flips the object from top to bottom. That's what we are going to use now. Just click on it, left click on it just once. Now you see what it shows you here. Now I have something very interesting here. And if you want to see how it looks like on your main page, just click on finish here or press your control key and select an empty space in here. That only works when you are in power click mode, remember. Your control, then your left click, or probably the easiest way, just click on finish. Now, this is our main rectangular tool. For you to be able to know whether this is your main rectangular tool or you are still inside your power clip, just give this a color. Can give this a little bit ash color. Yeah. So we're outside our power clip already. Okay, so let's go back into the power clip. Right click, then edit power clip. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is quite interesting. I want to start giving it some special effects for it to be able to make the design look much more beautiful. So let's click on your PNG image. Let's click on it. Immediately you left click on it, all the points, all the nodes you can use for adjusting will disappear. So you just move it up a little bit. It shows this, then you right click to drop it. So this time around, we are trying to duplicate our PNG image. Instead of we copying another image from our desktop and pasting it, you just want to duplicate it directly in here. So your left click, move it up, then your right click to duplicate it. Basically, press your right click, you can see a very small icon under, something like a plus. So just drop it, duplicate it. You can see the images are two on the screen now. Okay, so we want to give this a special effect. The first thing we need to do here is you need to bitmap it, but for the sake of this lesson, we won't be bitmapping because we don't really need it. So just come to your transparency tool. Click on your transparency tool, then come to this place. That's the merge mode. We have different type of options in there. We have different types of options. So just click on it. You see different effects on it. So right now I'm going to use color. So this is what I want to use. I'm going to use color, and I'm going to deselect it. You can deselect with your space by clicking on your space, or you can come to this place, your pick tool. Just click on it. So either of the two, anyone works among the two. Now we are zooming in for us to be able to see what we are working it with. So just press Z on your keyboard, or probably you can come to this place that is a zoom tool and zoom it in. So for you to be able to zoom a particular area of your screen, just come to where you want to start from, your left click, then move your mouse down as if you want to select the things on your screen. It zooms this out for you. So press your space to deselect your zoom, or probably come to pick tool to deselect it. So I'm using pick tool this time around and it is selected. Okay, so I'm clicking on this image right now and I want to make some little bit of changes to it. So just click on it once. Initially, you click on it to be able to select it, then click on it again. It shows you another option. So this option helps you to be able to rotate your image. How to rotate your image with this option. So come to this end, move it up, then drop it. Okay. So to make it look much more better, you notice there is this line edging here. We don't want that to show anymore. So just press Ctrl plus page down. Ctrl plus page down. It takes this image backwards and your main PNG image comes forward. So Ctrl plus page down. It takes it downward. Now see, I think you can see what that is doing right now. So press Z to bring back your zoom to be able to unzoom, or you can probably come here, press your Z or your zoom. Okay, then you are going to right click to be able to move out of your zoom. Right click. Now see what that does. Then let's deselect it here, or probably your space. Okay, so let's move this down. Come to the middle, the X, come to the middle, the center, then move it down this way. Move it down, move it down. Yeah. Then you can increase it a little bit for it to show. So just press your shift. Now this is the function of shift. Basically you press your shift on your keyboard, meaning you want to adjust all the sides together. Shift help you to adjust all the sides together. Now take this as an example. You move this up It adjusts only this side. Only this side is being affected by the action you just took. So just press Ctrl Z back. So press your shift and come to this node. Then increase it with your left click. Left click on it and move your mouse upwards. Now immediately you do that, you can see the image starts getting bigger, bigger, bigger. You can also reduce it the same way to become smaller. So increase it and drop it. You can do that more with your left click. Then you can adjust it up a little bit to look much more better. Yeah. Okay. So we are good to go in there. Now let's exit our power clip. You just need to press finish your keyboard on your screen and press F4 to you to zoom what you are doing. Okay. So we are changing the background color right now. I don't really like this color, so just click on it, give it white. Left click on it and give it white. White. Left click again to give it color. Then come to a magenta color. Now this is what I want to do. I want to take just a little touch of magenta. Now this is how that works. Remember, I've given my rectangular box a white color. So immediately I add a little bit of magenta, it mixes with the white and it gave me something like a pink color. Okay, so give it white. Then with your control key on your keyboard, press control on your keyboard, then come to your magenta and left click on it once. So want it to become a little bit deeper, and left click on it again. Yeah, this is what we want right now. Okay, so let's make this look much more better and much more good. Just press F11 on your keyboard. Just F11. F11 on your keyboard. Then it shows you the edit field. So in here you can be able to adjust your edit. You can edit your background and stuff like that, your color. So you notice this place is whitish, this place has some touch of pink. So you can just move this down with your left click. The empty space, just come to the white space, left click and move it down. Now you can notice that the white is now below and the pink is upward. So that's what you want. So just press OK. Or probably if you don't want that type, if that doesn't work with you, then come to this and click on it, your left click, it brings white to the middle, something like an eclipse. So just press OK with your left click. Okay, so we're almost getting to the end of the class now, and it's getting much more interesting, more and more. So let's just add few text to our design to make it look much more classic. So let's use V.S.L concept. V.S.L concept. Okay, so you want to change the font type. You can change the font type here. Should have done that by now. So click on the font list and you see different options about fonts you can use. You can also download the type of font you want. I have different fonts here depending on the one I wish to use. So I'm just going to select one of these colors, and since my design is colorful, so let's just find something really good to use here. Just need to get background fonts. Okay, let's use this. Let's use name this font. Okay, so you can make it bigger. You can come to this edge, left click on it, and with your shift increase the size. Okay, now let's turn everything into an uppercase word or uppercase letter or whatever it is. So just double click on it, then press Ctrl A, double click on your word, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, then Shift F3. Let's do that again. Click on it, double click to enter into the typing mode, Ctrl A to be able to highlight all what you have in the text. Then shift F3 to be able to change the case. So we are changing it to uppercase. So just click on OK. Now I want VLCell concept to be bigger. I want VLCL to be bigger than the concept. So I'll just have to break these two words. So just press Ctrl K on your keyboard. Ctrl K is for break. Ctrl K. So it breaks it. I'm able to select just one of them and do whatever you want to do with your key. Ctrl K. Okay, so come to this edge with your left click, just take it up, becomes bigger. Yeah, bigger. Okay, then move it down with your left click also. Now you are good to go here. Press your F4 to be able to resume whatever you have on your screen. I don't really like this font with the concept, so you can change that. Just left click on it, come to where your font is. Let's change this to Compton. Yeah, every font in mind. Compton. Compton. Let's find Compton. Yeah, click on Compton. Okay, so this is Compton. This is Compton for concepts. Okay, so just group it together and we are good to go. So this is how you group. Listen carefully, this is how you group. You can select the first word, then with your shift key, you can select the second word. So that's how you select what's on your screen. But to make it much more easier for you, since there are no other objects surrounding them, you can just left click on an empty space, then move it in. Left and hold your left click key, then move it in. It shows you something like a rectangular box where you can be able to adjust the way you like. So it selects all together, then you can group with your Ctrl G. Ctrl G. So that's how you group with your Ctrl G. Okay, so I just try to increase this, come to this edge, increase this. Yeah, okay, increase this and move it down. Move it down. Press F4 on your keyboard to show you what you are doing. Now let's make this a little bit more complex. Power click this also. Power click this word. With your right click, move it to an empty space in your rectangular box when you want to power clip, then drop it, power clip inside. Now edit your power clip. You can probably leave this here to make something much more interesting. Then bring this one down. Let's work on this first. So what we want to work on mainly. Okay, so you can take this up a little bit. Yeah. So press Ctrl plus page down. Ctrl plus page down. Ctrl page down. Page down. Now you can see your concept is under this PNG file, making it look something like a design. Yeah. So this one we can work on it, can make it much more beautiful. So give it white. White. Come to the transparency tool, come to uniform transparency and increase the transparency to 80. Yeah, to 80. Then press shift page down to take it downwards. Shift page down, not control page down this time around. Shift page down. First between control page down and shift page down is that control page down moves your object downwards once, but shift page down moves it completely downwards. It makes it the last element on your page. Okay, so let's change the color of the VSL. Remember the VSL is grouped with concept, so click on it and come here on group all objects. Ungroup it, then click on it back. Let's give it a color. We can use one of these colors there, or we can probably pick our own color, whichever one you like. But let's pick a color, come to the eyedropper tool. Let's select a color from our PNG images. So I love this color, or probably the deeper one. So left click on it, left click and come to your image, come to your VSL concept, then drop it with the same left click. Yeah, so we are good to go in that case. So pick tool, you select it, And let's finish our power clip. Finish. Okay, and we are almost finishing this. Edit this again, or now this let me teach you a simple trick. You can access whatever you have in your power clip easily without even you editing the power clip. Whatever you have to do is just click on your alt key on your keyboard, alt, then select whatever you want to select in the power clip. Now, as if that thing is not in your power clip anymore, you can be able to work on it. So I want to bring this uniform I worked on the other time. I want to take it down a little bit to bring it around here. Yeah, not really looking good. I just put it somewhere around here. Yeah, it's still better here. So just drop it there. So we are done with our design. Now let's take it to a mock-up for it to look much more better for a client that wants to accept this job. Okay, so click on the rectangular box. Let's remove the outline. We check here. There's an outline. There's a black outline here. So come to this place, this line crossed to remove the outline. Please note, don't left click. Don't left click. Use your right click to remove your outline. Right click and the outline is removed. If you should left click, it removes all the color in your image, in your design. So we are going to use left click. Okay, so we are done with that. Let's save our project. Control S. Yeah, I'm going to save. Can probably save anywhere. New class. Yeah. Okay, and press OK. Now let's turn this to a PNG image. Remember, for you to be able to use a mockup, you have to convert whatever file you're using to a PNG image first. So let's select this and press Ctrl E on our keyboard. Select it with your left click, then Ctrl E on your keyboard. Okay, you can change your storage location where you want your file to be exported to the desktop. Now, I want to change the save as type to PNG and change the file name to ebook. Yeah, ebook. Then press export. Okay, so I think we're almost done. Then press OK. Okay, so that's that about that. Now you can find your PNG image on your desktop. If you did that correctly, now this is my own PNG image, which should be on your desktop right now. So I'm opening up my Photoshop and I'm bringing out my mock-up. So just press Ctrl O on your keyboard. The mock-up will also be available at the end of the class. So just come to your download. This is the mock-up. Yeah, but I extracted the mock-up already since it came this way. So just press top view. So this is a PNG, this is a PSD file once you use the Photoshop file. So click on it and press on. So wait for it to show you here. So we are good to go here. So for you to be able to edit this mock up, just come to this little edge here, see something, let's see here, like a small box, double click on it. Let's click on it twice. Then this is the former sample that was there, so you can click on it and press delete. Now there is always a safety zone in each and every PSD mockup you want to work on. So make this visible to serve as a guide for you. So come to your file, come to your place embedded, then go to where you saved your file, your PNG file. That's the desktop, that's where I saved mine. So double click on ebook, double click on it twice, it brings our design. So with the help of your shift and your alt key, make this bigger, left click and make it bigger and press OK. Okay, so we are good to go in that place. So the next thing you have to do is just close this and press yes. Let's click to close and press yes. And our ebook mockup is ready. So this is a very simple ebook design. You can easily use this to make your money and deliver it to your clients. And this is a very simple but reasonable design. Okay, thanks so much for being a part of this class. I hope you enjoyed the class. And I hope to see you next time as we work on another part of this class. Thank you and bye for now.